Good snap, the hold, the kick is up, the kick is good!
Will be a swing by Kramer, kept alive by Jalbert. Lucas with the attack off the side of the block for the kill.
Gazette, he looks to go off guard, tucks back inside to the A gap, and he gets in for the touchdown.
Harrington, angle, off a touch, diving, Dunbar, holy cats, wow!
Starcevic in the shotgun, play action, looking for a man, has him down the field to his brother, Starcevic for the touchdown. It's 31 yards. Jake.
Alston Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on yourliveevent.com.
Hey, welcome back to the Fargo Dome on your live event. We've got the Section 8 nine-man championship game coming up featuring the Stephen-Argyle Storm and the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies. I'm Tom Lano. Dawson Peterson is down on the sideline. We just got done calling the Foston-Fertile-Beltrami Section 6 nine-man championship game as Fertile-Beltrami came out on top in that one, and now we're getting set for Section 8 nine-man action. And Dawson, you know what? Of all the 8 sections in nine-man football, Section 8 might have been one of the most balanced in the state of Minnesota.
Well, no doubt. I think the section championship and the playoffs between Stephen-Argyle, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, Goodridge, Grigla, Kitson County Central, that's half the section right there. So it's been competitive all year. In Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, they're the 5 seed, and Stephen-Argyle, they're the number 2 seed. So it's going to be, I think this game is going to be very close all the way to the bitter end.
Well, they played on week 2 at Warren, and it was a 2-point win for Stephen-Argyle. That's noteworthy because the Ponies lost by 2 points during the regular season to Goodridge Grigla, and then they met in the playoffs, and the Ponies came out on top. The Ponies, without a game on their home field here in the postseason, they had to go to Winnie-Mac in the quarterfinal round. They beat the Patriots, and then, of course, they pulled off the shocker last weekend over top-seeded Goodridge Grigla. This is a team that's getting healthy, and we talked to Coach Gullickson last week, and he said, yeah, we're getting healthy, and he said, we're going to be a very dangerous team here in the playoffs. Now it's before the Winnie-Mac game, so he hit it spot on.
Well, yeah, they're going to be a tough out for sure here in the section championship. I do notice Derek Morley. I don't know if he was healthy last week against Goodridge Grigla, but Derek Morley on crutches today in street clothes, not playing in the section championship. So we'll keep an eye on that and see how much that affects the Ponies in today's game.
Well, they certainly have one of the top athletes around in Caden Pierce, the senior quarterback, and then Owen Dvorak. He's a sophomore, very talented running back for the Ponies. For Coach Ethan Marcus and Stephen-Argyle, the Storm, they had a couple of years there that were un-Stephen-Argyle-like, but boy, they're back on track now. They're 9-1, and they've got a very good team here in 2024.
Yeah, when I went to a game when they did play Goodridge Grigla earlier in the year, that the Chargers ended up winning over the Storm in that one. It's exactly like you said, Tom. Years where they were very un-Stephen-Argyle-like. They were a very physical group this year, and they pride themselves on that, being a hard-nosed team. Same thing with a lot of the nine-man football teams around in our area. So I expect it to be physical today with the Storm and the Ponies, too.
Now, you mentioned the loss of Morley. When Warren-Alvarado-Oslo played Winnie-Mac, he only carried the ball 2 times for 8 yards in that game. But Dvorak, he was the workhorse, and he had 173 yards on the ground. Pierce had 117 yards rushing in that win over Winnie-Mac in the section quarterfinals. So we'll see what transpires here, but we'll take a break, and the opening kick coming up shortly as Warren-Alvarado-Oslo and Stephen-Argyle play for the Section 8 nine-man football championship, and we'll be back in just a little bit with the opening kick.
If you're ready for a great meal, head over to West Main Pizza in Ada and Dilworth. They have a variety of pizzas like Supreme, Barbecue Chicken, The Reuben, Grandma G's Sloppy Joe, BLT, Hawaiian, Vegetarian, and more. West Main Pizza also serves nachos and tacos, great pasta dishes, panini sandwiches, subs, and salads. West Main Pizza at 320 East Main Street in Ada and 111 15th Street Northeast in Dilworth. Check them out online at westmainpizza.net.
Gordon Construction of Mahnomen is a Native American-owned business proudly operating on the White Earth Indian Reservation since 1983. As a bonded general contractor, Gordon Construction provides years of experience in large, detailed, and within-budget projects. Gordon Construction is committed to the safety of its employees and the environment of its work sites. To learn more about Gordon Construction of Mahnomen, visit gcmahnomen.com or call 218-935-2191.
It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Okay, we're back here at the Fargo Dome, and Lucas Mock will be taking the place of Derek Morley in the backfield for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. He had 3 carries for 5 yards against Winnie-Mac, so it looks like the brunt of the running responsibility for the Ponies will be on the quarterback Pierce and the running back Dvorak. And like you mentioned earlier, Dawson, Stephen-Argyle, the one loss coming to Goodrich Grigla, and that was a prime example of what we were talking about. It's pretty much anybody's game in Section 8, but the Storm, they've got the tradition. You can't discount that.
That's for sure. And it's kind of like the last team that we just saw with Fertile Beltrami 4 years in a row. The Stephen-Argyle Storm had a long run not that long ago, really, but they had the 2 years, maybe 3 years of un-Stephen-Argyle-like seasons where they just weren't quite up to snuff and weren't able to make any deep runs in the playoffs. And then you mentioned it too, Tom. I think these championship spots with Stephen-Argyle and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, I really do think they're interchangeable between Goodrich Grigla, Stephen-Argyle, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, Kitson County Central, between all of those teams. But it is the Ponies and the Storm.
All right, we're all set to go, and Stephen-Argyle will receive the opening kick. The Section 8 9-man championship game is underway. It's a little squibber, and one of the upmen for the Storm, that was Bennett, had to duck out of the way and let it go out of bounds, and the Storm will get some pretty good field position here.
Well, Duke Washington, the kicker for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, he put his right foot into that thing. That was a loud boom, but it boomed out of bounds, so a good starting field position for Stephen-Argyle.
Shea Setterholm, the starting quarterback for the Storm. Blaine Smith, the fullback. The wings are Raiden Wanarovich and Darby Bennett. So first down and 10 for Stephen-Argyle at their 35-yard line. Setterholm, a junior, lining up under center. First down and 10 for the Storm. They're going from our right to left here in the first quarter at the Fargo Dome. They'll send a man in motion. The toss goes to that man and pick up a close to 11 yards there. And that'll be a first down for Stephen-Argyle. Just a little toss to the right and a nice run there by Wanarovich to get the first down.
Yeah, Raiden Wanarovich and Blaine Smith are going to be the 2 workhorses for Stephen-Argyle today. Wanarovich, more of your speed back. Blaine Smith, who was actually the quarterback in the championship game last year after their starting quarterback went down. He's more of the bull in the china shop type of running back there.
First down and 10 for the Storm. Inside handoff, and they pick up a couple of yards. Wanarovich pushed back, forward progress. We'll see what they give him. Or actually, that was Smith on the carry that time. Smith with the carry only got about a yard.
Yeah, inside handoff. Blaine Smith runs into a wall of the Ponies with their defense up front. Austin Baird, number 87, one of those guys on the scene. He's 6'4", 204, big body out there for the Ponies D.
Second down and 8 for the Storm with their own 49-yard line. And a little toss going to the left side, and with the carry and going out of bounds is Blaine Smith. He had a better run that time. In fact, looks like from here he may have got the first down.
Well, I never said Blaine Smith couldn't take it to the outside. He takes the toss that time after running an inside handoff, and very close. It will be third down, though, for Stephen-Argyle.
Okay, so third down and a yard to go from the Pony 44-yard line, just underway, quarter number one, here at Gate City Bank Field at the Fargo Dome in Fargo. Shea Setterholm, quarterback for the Stephen-Argyle Storm. They'll send a man in motion, and the handoff goes to Smith, and Smith does get the first down across the 40 to about the 39-yard line, a pickup of 5, and they'll move the sticks again.
Yeah, easy handoff that time. Smith up the middle, up off the pile for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Noah Sedlacek in on the stop. The sticks move for the Stephen-Argyle Storm offense. Possession number 1 of the day.
This drive started at their 35, and now they have it at the Pony 39-yard line. First and 10 for the Stephen-Argyle Storm, 9-1 on the year. And they'll send the wing on the right side in motion, and a little toss going to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and he's taken out of bounds at about the 32-yard line. So he picks up a nice chunk of yardage on first down.
That's about the third toss play we've seen come to the left side of the formation for Stephen-Argyle. So seeing something early on, trying to beat the Ponies out on the perimeter, and it's usually Warren-Alvarado-Oslo taking the snap that time, and it was that time to bring up second down and about 3 yards to go.
Second and 3 from the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 32-yard line. And Smith, the fullback. They'll send Bennett in motion. Hand off to Smith, and he breaks a couple of tackles, and it looks like he's going to get enough for another first down.
Smith getting to the second level, putting a move on a couple of guys, working back towards the middle before he stopped, but also not before he picks up a first down for Stephen-Argyle. Blaine Smith, the tough runner. He's 5'11", 192, and he picks up the tough yards that time.
So it's going to be first down and 10. That's the third first down of this opening series for Stephen-Argyle as they have the football at the 27-yard line of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Setterholm will take the snap, and the handoff goes to Blaine Smith, and he's pushed back a minimal gain on that play. Got it maybe to the 25, which would give him 2 yards.
We saw those toss plays earlier in this possession that forced Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to the outside to try and tackle in space. That time for Stephen-Argyle, Darby Bennett loops all the way and around in motion, trying to get the head of steam and potentially take a sweep play to the opposite side, but they set up just the inside handoff that time, and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo is there to swallow it up.
Second down and 8 from the Pony 25-yard line. Shea Setterholm calling out signals on second and long. Little toss going to the left side as they run the sweep across the 20. This is Smith, and he's pushed out of bounds, but picked up another nice chunk of yardage on that play.
Again, finding yards on the outside and finding another first down for Stephen-Argyle. So if you're going to look at any adjustments, it's still very early in the game, of course, just about 4 minutes in. But if you're going to look at any adjustments, you're looking at the outside defensively for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo as the Storm are turning the corners whenever they get to the outside and with ease early on here.
Quincy Wright pushed him out of bounds, made the play defensively for the Ponies. So that's 4 first downs on this opening series for Stephen-Argyle at the Pony 17-yard line. Handoff goes to Smith, and he puts his head down, gets it to about the 11-yard line. About a 5-yard pickup for Smith, and that is his 7th carry on this series.
Well, they motion Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to the backfield to act as the lead blocker for Blaine Smith, but Smith runs into Warren-Alvarado-Oslo as he hits the deck, but he still picks up 5 yards, and Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, a smaller running back for Stephen-Argyle, now second down and manageable.
Second down and 5 from the 11-yard line of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Setterholm will turn, and he hands it off to Smith, and he's going to gallop in for a Stephen-Argyle touchdown. 11 yards on the play, and the Storm draw first blood and lead 6-0.
Outside handoff to the left side. The Storm set the edge, open up a gap for Blaine Smith. That's an easy TD. Blaine Smith went in untouched.
So we have 7:25 left to go here in the first quarter. Smith on the TD, and the conversion attempt coming up here for Stephen-Argyle. Here comes a 2-point conversion. Toss to Smith, and he's wrapped up, and nope, he's not going to get loose. He's brought down by 3 different ponies, and a nice stop defensively for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo on the 2-point conversion. 7:25 left to go here in the first quarter on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. Stephen-Argyle 6, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo nothing on your live event.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neilsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsborough, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Grow with us. Build with us. Ada Building Center, LLC. They offer estimates and drafting on homes, houses, shops, lake cabins, garages, and more. From start to finish, thank you for choosing Ada Building Center, LLC for your building material needs. 218-784-3661, Ada Building Center, LLC, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada. To see their latest building projects, visit their Facebook page.
Okay, back here, here's the kick, and the Ponies touch the ball for the first time. This is Pierce on the return. Gets it across the 40, out to about the 41-yard line. He's a great athlete for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Ponies are down 6-0, but now they've got the football for the first time.
Well, we're going to say Caden Pierce's name enough as the game rolls on, including on kickoff returns. That's a nice return. Up past the 40-yard line, Caden Pierce, he's going to run the football a lot, and just because of the sheer sake of how many times he runs the football, we'll see him run for more than 100 yards, I'm sure.
Blaine Smith carried the ball 8 times on that opening series. Storm showing blitz, and a quarterback keeper by Pierce almost lost his footing, and down he goes maybe a yard, but boy, he lost his footing there, and that gave the Storm a little time to catch up with him and bring him down. And here comes some late flags. A little extracurricular activity, Dawson.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but not very much. I think the main reason was Caden Pierce's hat fell off. His helmet went tumbling around on the turf here at Gate City Bank Field, and the officials, they want to blow that dead as quickly as possible. They were working on it, but the Storm, they're going to get called for personal foul.
Personal foul on Stephen-Argyle. So that is our first penalty of the game. And that's going to give the Ponies their first down. And a 15-yarder, so that'll put the ball at the Stephen-Argyle 46-yard line with 7:09 left in the first quarter.
Well, take them however you can get them. 15-yard penalty early. It would have been a loss of a couple yards or a short gain otherwise.
1st and 10. Pierce under center out of the I formation with the football at the 44-yard line of Stephen-Argyle. Pierce will turn. Hands the ball off, and not a whole lot of running room for Dvorak. And you can hear the Storm crowd below us, Dawson, as the Storm came up and they shut Dvorak down on his first carry.
Yeah, that was Cindy Carlson, the quarterback that time for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo after the helmet fell off for Caden Pierce. And Dvorak off that right side, nowhere to go. The Storm showed pressure a couple of plays ago, and they penetrate that time to make it 2nd down and long.
Well, 2nd down, and the ball spotted at the 44-yard line of Stephen-Argyle. And Pierce is going to run with the ball, gets it across the 40, and down he goes at the 40. Got about 4 yards. That was about it. It's going to bring up 3rd down.
Tackle made by number 55, Rylan Anderson. A play that looked a little odd. It seemed like the running backs got going before Pierce started running with the football. Just looked a little off, but they'll take the 4-yard pickup anyhow.
So 3rd down, about 6 yards to go from the 40-yard line of Stephen-Argyle. Pony's not afraid to go for it on 4th down. We'll see what happens here. Here's a design run by Pierce, and Pierce is pushed back at about the 37. Looked like he might have enough room to get the 1st down, but no such deal, and that'll bring up 4th down for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and they'll need about 1.5 yards.
Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, they got up to the line of scrimmage and used pretty much a quick snap. As soon as everybody got set, Pierce snapped the football, and they caught Stephen-Argyle off guard for the moment, but they recovered and they stopped Pierce short. Early 4th down here.
4th down and 2 from the 37-yard line of the Storm. Caden Pierce will take the snap, and they're going to send 3 players in motion. And he takes the snap, the designed run. He's got the first down, tackled at the 31. Picked up 6 yards, and they'll move the sticks. 1st and 10 for the Ponies.
Well, the Ponies didn't exactly hide which way they were going to run the football that time. They shift everybody to the right side. Tight end moves tight on the right side. Receiver goes that way too, and it's just a designed quarterback power in that direction, and Caden Pierce uses the athleticism to move the chains.
1st down and 10 for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at the Stephen-Argyle 31-yard line. Split backfield behind Pierce. Handoff goes to Dvorak, and they're finding the yardage tough to come by. The pile kind of went forward for a little bit of yardage. It'll be 2nd and 9.
It went forward because 55 Rylan Anderson jumped on the back of it and just put his weight on it to bring Dvorak down, who's also a tough runner, just a sophomore for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Short gain, 2nd down.
He had over 100 yards rushing against Winnemac in the quarterfinal round. Wide outs on each side. So it's going to be 2nd down, about 8 yards to go. And there's a snap. Pierce under pressure, rolling to his right. Now he's going to run with the ball, and he's tackled at the 29-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd down and long. The Storm read that one out nicely.
Yeah, Blaine Smith, pressure right up the middle. Showed pressure a couple plays ago. Got to Caden Pierce that time. Rolled out to the right. It just not much open downfield. Maybe had a one-on-one jump ball with his receiver, Sedlacek, but decided to tuck it, and it brings up a 3rd down now for the Ponies.
And Pierce, he doesn't throw the ball a whole lot. He only threw 4 passes against Winnemac. 3rd down and 8 yards to go from the Storm 29-yard line. Pierce takes a snap, a designed run up the middle across the 25, and he's to about the 21, close to the 1st down. Got about 8 yards on that run.
Yeah, another quarterback power. And same thing as before, the Ponies, they're not messing around with you. There's no smoke and mirrors on the offensive side. There's no motion. There's nothing like that. They say, here's our 5 down linemen. You get your guys lined up. We'll put a hat on a hat, and we're going to try and bully ball you. And they did right there. And now they need a 4th down.
So 4th down and a yard to go from the Storm 22-yard line. And they're going for it for the 2nd time on this series. And Pierce is going to run with the ball. He's got the 1st down, and he's going to bring it to the house for a Pony touchdown. 21 yards. The Pony Express. Caden Pierce ties the game at 6 apiece.
Lucas Mock was the lead block that time for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Didn't get the biggest shot on the defender, but he just chipped him enough to the right side. And Caden Pierce read it perfectly, bounced it to the left, and gallops into the end zone.
All right, so we're tied at 6. Here comes the conversion. They're going to try to tack on the PAT here. 6-6 our score. And the kick is up, and the kick is good. And nicely done there by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo's Duque Washington with Sedlacek holding. And on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, new score. Ponies lead now 7-6. 2:43 left to go in the 1st quarter.
Farmers, are you shopping for a bank that has many flexible options tailored to fit your farm's unique financing needs? Franzen Bank is an approved Farmer Mac lender, meaning they can offer long-term, fixed-rate loans on equipment, land, operating lines of credit, and more. Being a Farmer Mac approved lender also means Franzen Bank can get you a decision quickly. Learn more at franzenbank.com/farmermac. Franzen Bank and Trust. Real people, real results. Member FDIC.
RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag.
RDK 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 is now Agassi Precision Ag. You heard that right. RDK Enterprises, your local precision planting dealer in Hillsboro, is now Agassi Precision Ag. Same location, employees, and customer service you deserve. Visit us at planterdoc.com.
They were back here at the Fargo Dome. Windner on the return. It was a very short kick, and he was fortunate, Dawson, to come up with a ball. 1st and 10 Storm at their 32.
And one of the up guys went through the wickets right away, and then he spun around and picked it up. Start possession number 2.
First and 10 for Stephen-Argyle, their 32-yard line, and Setterholm, the quarterback, with a run, and down he goes at the 40-yard line, but he gets close to 7, maybe 8 yards on his first carry of the game.
Well, that time Setterholm ran it to the left side, and there are some Storm fans behind me that are asking for a face mask. They don't get it, and the Ponies have got away with one that time. Maybe they got a fistful of jersey, too. It wasn't nearly as egregious the Rams did on Sam Darnold, but we play on.
We don't need to talk about that. Second down and 3, or closer to 2, actually. All right, here's Setterholm back to throw down the middle of the field, wide open, man. It's caught. It's going to be a touchdown for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Holy moly, as they strike for a 67-yard touchdown pass, and just like that, the Storm get the answer.
Warren-Alvarado gets behind the defense that time. Chase Colt was the safety for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and Warren-Alvarado ran right by him, and he was looking at the back of his jersey, and it was too late at that point.
Well, officially a 60-yard play, 1:51 left to go. So it took less than a minute for Stephen-Argyle to get the answer. And they are going to go for the 2-point conversion here. Warren-Alvarado on the touchdown catch. Setterholm rolling to his right, throws it back end zone, and it's good for the 2-point conversion. So Stephen-Argyle comes up with a big answer after the Ponies take a brief lead. Now the Storm on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, they now lead by the score of 14-7 over the Ponies. Another kickoff coming up on your live event.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Lakes Community Co-op delivers more than just propane into a tank. They deliver a commitment to customer safety with professional, knowledgeable service. Lakes Community Co-op propane customers can relax because having a monitored tank allows Lakes Community Co-op to know tank levels and therefore make timely deliveries. This takes away all your worries. Call 1-888-935-2281 for propane from Lakes Community Co-op. For more information, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
All right, that was Paniak, by the way, who caught that 2-point conversion for Stephen-Argyle. What an answer by them. And whatever momentum the Ponies had has disappeared. Here's a short kick returned out to about the 39-yard line by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. And you talked, Dawson, about the momentum switching in a span of just a few seconds there.
Yeah, no doubt. That's kind of the definition of the momentum, quite literally swinging. It's still only a 14-7 game, but the way it's going so far, we might have a shootout between the Ponies and the Storm.
Warren-Alvarado, that was a 60-yard pass reception from Setterholm for the touchdown. Pass to Paniak for the 2-point conversion. Empty backfield here for Caden Pierce. And they're going to blow this play dead as he handed the ball off to Dvorak, who was in motion, but it looks like a false start on Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Their first penalty. So that'll back him up 5 yards. 1:46 left to go, quarter number 1. On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Stephen-Argyle with a 14-7 lead over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
Well, plays like that, those are timing plays, too. When a guy runs in motion like that, that play has to be spot on. They're running a read option to the right side, but a Pony got going early.
All right, here's a low snap. Pierce able to scoop it up, but he's in trouble. He has no choice but to run with it, and he'll get it out to about the 39-yard line. They got about 4 of the yards back, and he really made something out of nothing on that play.
I tell you what, I don't know if he had no choice to scoop it up and try and take off with it, or maybe it was a designed run to the right side. But, I mean, if there was nobody open downfield, then tuck it and run for sure. But Caden Pierce, he wasn't looking to throw the football at all.
Yeah, he's carried the ball 7 times now. So it's 2nd and 10 from the Pony 39-yard line. Pierce lining up under center this time, and the handoff goes to Owen Dvorak. The sophomore picks up enough for the first down. That's the third of the day for the Ponies.
Well, after the penalty, Tom, that line of scrimmage got backed up, so it'll be
third.
down.
That's right. It's, third down and about 7 to go. So third down for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at their own 42-yard line. They have to get to their own 40, about the 48 or 49 to get a first down. So third down for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Pierce with the back on each side of them. One wide out to the right. They'll send Sedlacek in motion. Snap to Pierce. Pierce rolling to his right. Throws a pass. Catch is made for a first down and a whole lot more. They get it to about the 38-yard line. And a nice pass reception there for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Coming up with the grab there was Noah Dvorak, who's a tight end, and it'll be 1st and 10 for the Ponies.
And Noah was running across the middle, came to the right sideline. He's a big target, 6'6", $190. Blaine Smith blew it up defensively for Stephen-Argyle, forcing Caden Pierce to roll out to the right side. But that was a nice pass to Dvorak and worked it upfield, and a nice third down conversion. I didn't have any question that Caden Pierce could throw the football, but showed it off that time.
Yeah, so we'll have a timeout on the field taken by the Ponies here. Or that's the end of the first quarter. The first quarter just ended here. So 14-7 our score. Stephen-Argyle with the lead over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at the end of one quarter on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. So we'll take a break and get to the second quarter from the Fargo Dome next on your live event.
Oh, you are going to want to be protected under American Family Insurance's roof.
The real one.
Their agents are licensed insurance pros.
Takes a pro to know a pro.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
1st and 10 for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at the Stephen-Argyle 37-yard line. First play of the second quarter coming up out of the eye. And a handoff and a pickup of about 3, maybe 4 yards off the left side. As that was Dvorak with his, let's see, that's his 8th carry. No, this is 4th carry of the game, actually. And got about more than I thought. He got close to 5, maybe 6 on that play.
Rylan Anderson makes the stop that time for Stephen-Argyle. The Storm swarming to the football.
Pierce with 7 carries. Dvorak with 4 carries for the Ponies. Pierce will run with it, looking for some blockers, and he gets it across the 30 to about the 28-yard line. Maybe a little shy of the first down, but yeah, boy, like you said, Dawson, this has the makings of maybe being a higher scoring game than some people thought.
Well, things have slowed down a touch here in the second quarter, but that last play, Caden Pierce running to the right side, shifting back to the left. There wasn't really much room to go, so another third down and short.
Third down and a yard to go. And Pierce getting set to take the snap. They'll shift over to the right side. We saw this happen just a little bit ago. And it's a run for Pierce. Breaks a tackle. Got the first down inside the 25 to about the 24-yard line. We got about 4 yards, and that's a first down for the Ponies. They're 4th of the game.
Well, the other thing, too, to keep in mind about plays like that where they shift guys heavy to the right, it's going to set something up later in the game that's going to go to the left. Stephen-Argyle is going to think they're just going to run it down your throat where everybody goes. But mark my words, at some point throughout the course of the game, something like that's going to happen, and they're going to do the exact opposite.
1st and 10 from the Storm 24-yard line. Pierce under center, little pitch to the left side. And Dvorak able to get it to about the 21-yard line. 3, maybe 4 yards in that play as Dvorak is becoming more of a presence in that backfield for the Ponies.
Yeah, the back judge official just whipped the flag to the 20-yard line for a penalty call.
All right, so let's see what this one's all about. This Up to this point, 1 penalty on each team. Face masking against the Storm. So that's their second penalty. And Warren-Alvarado-Oslo is going to get a lot closer to that end zone. So they'll mark it off to the 11-yard line. So it's going to be first down and what about 2? And the Ponies getting set to run the play here. Caden Pierce, the quarterback, with Mack lined up to his right, or Mock. Here's a designed run. First down inside the 10, breaks the tackle. It's a touchdown for the Ponies. A 16-yard run by Caden Pierce. And now the Ponies are back to within 1 at 14-13.
Caden Pierce shows off the athleticism once again, running to the right side, and also the vision. Everything was designed to go to the right. Nothing was there. Just went to the left, sidestepped a guy at the goal line. It's almost a tie game now, pending the point after attempt.
Washington are trying to tack on the extra point here. And the kick is up and hits the, it bounced off the crossbar and over.
Too.
So somebody got a fingertip on it, then it hit the crossbar and trickled over. So that's one of the ugliest extra points you'll ever see. But hey, it counts for that big PAT. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, this game is tied at 14 with 9:57 left in the second quarter. Back with more from the Fargo Dome.
At American Federal Bank in Ada, they have the tools to help you achieve financial success. Contact your local American Federal bankers at 218-784-7124 or stop by the bank in Ada. Personal, business, and agricultural banking services. When you face a big decision or have a problem to solve, American Federal Bank is there for you. They welcome the opportunity to serve you. Stop in at the bank in Ada or call 218-784-7124. American Federal Bank in Ada, member FDIC.
Argyle and Stephen Builders is a family-owned and operated business for 35 years. We pride ourselves on our hands-on approach to customer service, as well as our flexibility when it comes to meeting with clients at any time of the day. Argyle and Stephen Builder Supply provides all your exterior and interior building needs, including offering windows from trusted brands such as Minn Kota Windows. Visit Argyle and Stephen Builders Supply.
Hey, we're back here. Ryan Swanson on the kick return for Stephen-Argyle bobbled the ball, and the Storm fortunate to keep possession. But yeah, that could have easily gone the other way and given the Ponies a really short field, Dawson.
Yeah, things could have got ugly in a hurry from that point, but thankfully able to hang on to it. And well, we've seen touchdowns on the first 2 possessions for both teams. What do the Storm have in store now?
All right, so first down and 10 for Stephen-Argyle back at their own 22-yard line. Setterholm, the quarterback, and it's going to be Warren-Alvarado with the run up the right side, pushed out of bounds at about the 29-yard line. Got close to maybe 6, even 7 yards on that play.
Well, that play looked weird despite gaining 6 or 7 yards. Jake Carlson, the junior tight end, who's 6'10", by far the tallest guy out there. He's supposed to pull to the left side, and he was just a step behind Warren-Alvarado that time, and that kind of blew up the play, forcing Warren-Alvarado to go the other way.
Well, second down and 3 yards to go. And here's a little pitch going to Blaine Smith, and he's got the first down, and he's across the 40 and out to about the 43-yard line. 14 yards and a first down for Smith.
Yeah, Blaine Smith, right side. Quincy Wright brings him down in the middle of the field. Smith looking for contact that time, and both of these two teams early on, they were biting off big chunks of yards and sustaining drives. So it might be a game of who has the football last at this point.
9:19 left to go in the second quarter of a 14-14 game. First down and 10 for Stephen-Argyle at their own 44-yard line. Warren-Alvarado in motion, inside handoff to Smith, and he burrows forward across the 45 up to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line, a gain of close to 4.
Stop made by number 93, Max Carlson, that time for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
First down, 6 for the Ponies, 5 for the Storm. 1 penalty on the Ponies, 2 on the Storm. Second down and about 7 yards to go from the Stephen-Argyle 47-yard line. Setterholm, the quarterback, under center. And he's going to run with the ball, looking for some blockers to lead him up to the first down marker, close to a first down. Got some good blocking there on that play.
We've seen some very athletic quarterbacks from really every team so far throughout Championship Thursday, and we've seen some design quarterback runs, and that's what that was that time for Setterholm. To slides to the right. I believe Blaine Smith, the fullback, behind him. He was the lead block, and now third down and short.
Setterholm with 2 carries for 14 yards. Third down and a yard to go for the Storm at the Pony 47-yard line as they get it across midfield. Hand off to Smith, and I don't know, hit at the line of scrimmage and pushed back. I don't think he got it.
Well, it doesn't look like he did. The officials raising their fists in the air, indicating that it's going to be fourth down. And in some ways, you sort of question the outside handoff when they're so successful just running it straight up the gut, and they'll probably just do that this time. Don't mess around and just go straight forward.
4th and 1 from the 47-yard line. The Storm going for it. The Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 47-yard line. Setterholm with a pitch to the right side to Smith. First down and a whole lot more. He's tackled at the 35-yard line. 12 yards for Smith and a first down for Stephen-Argyle.
Owen Dvorak comes up with a stop that time, and I guess, I said they should just run it up the middle, but what do I know? The pitch on the outside has certainly been successful for Stephen-Argyle in the early parts of this one, and they go to it again when they needed just the yard and sustaining another offensive drive around the midway point of the second quarter.
So it's going to be 1st and 10. Stephen-Argyle with the ball at the Pony 36-yard line. Smith alone setback behind the quarterback Setterholm. Man in motion, and that man's going to get the toss. And this is Bennett with the ball, and he gets it across the 30 to about the 29. He got close to 7 yards on his first carry of the game.
Again, Max Carlson in on the stop, and Stephen-Argyle switching up ball carriers. It'll either be Darby Bennett or Blaine Smith or Winorovich, and you get fresh legs running that toss play in either direction, and you're able to run it with a head of steam and pick up 7 yards, 8 yards like they did on that last one.
I think they had 7 ball carriers in that Winnie-Mac game in the section quarterfinals. Winorovich a wide out to the left side, and now the whistle blows. And we're going to have a timeout. And the Ponies take the timeout. 6:18 left to go, second quarter. And a good ball game here for the Section 8 9-man championship on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard. We're tied at 14 on your live event.
I'm PJ Rund, and I live in Mission Court in Ada, Minnesota. Here, a lot of people like it here. Well, what could be better?
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators, and there's always some activities around here.
You couldn't help but like it here. That's what I say.
Okay, we're back here at the Fargo Dome. Tom Lano, Dawson Peterson, and Dawson's down on the sideline. And I don't know about you, Dawson, but yeah, I would agree. I didn't anticipate this type of game here as these two played to a 20-18 outcome back in week number 2. So the Storm with the football, 2nd down and 2 from the Pony 28-yard line. Setterholm under center. And he'll hand the ball off. Smith's got the first down, 25-20, trying to turn the corner. Takes a cut at the 10, the 5, and he is going to take it in for a touchdown. 28 yards to pay dirt, and the Storm are back on top.
Yeah, Caden Pierce runs one in. Blaine Smith does the same thing. Speedy running back, tough running back, bounces it to the outside that time. And the Ponies have a hard time trying to bring him down.
6:09 left to go in the first half. Smith with his second touchdown of the game. And Stephen-Argyle will go for the 2 points. Smith in the backfield. Setterholm calling out signals, and a little pitch going to the left side. Smith trying to win the race, and he does into the end zone. A run by Smith for the 2 points. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, another new score. 6:09 left in the first half. The Storm 22, the Ponies 14. Now we'll see what the Ponies do when we come back on your live event.
The Bennett Holcomb Agency only sells and services crop insurance. Because each farm operation is different, John, Wayne, and Marissa strive to help you develop a cost-effective insurance plan that fits your needs. Whether it's common crops, specialty crops, livestock, or crop hail, please call or stop at the Bennett Holcomb Agency and fine-tune your risk management plan today. The Bennett Holcomb Agency, Ada and Moorhead, an equal opportunity provider.
Homegrown local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
All right, we're back here at the Fargo Dome, 22-14. Stephen-Argyle with the lead. Now, I can't wait to see what the Ponies have up their sleeve, Dawson.
I'm thinking another touchdown, Tom. Why not? Let's make it 22-22, and let's just go back and forth all day long. It's already been a fun game.
Yeah, Stephen-Argyle, the kick here. The Ponies getting set to get the ball. Once again, it's another short kick, and this is going to be taken by and bobbled and fumbled by the up man, Sedlacek. A scramble for the ball at the 35-yard line, and the officials trying to unpile the pile of players, and it looks like the Ponies are going to keep the ball.
Yeah, that was close. Good grief. That was Sedlacek. Oh, man. That was a mad dash for that ball. It was end over end, and those ones can be hard to receive for sure. If you don't have your arms together, it'll slip right through you, and it did. And thankfully for the Ponies, Sedlacek does get it back, and really by the skin of their teeth.
Well, these high school kickoffs are so much more entertaining than the NFL. I can't stand those. Here's running to the right side for the Ponies, picks up about 3 yards to make it 2nd and 7.
Yeah, no touchbacks in the in high school. In the NFL, you hardly ever see anybody get to return a football.
5:47 left to go here in the second quarter. Timeouts, all 3 remaining for the Storm, 2 left for the Ponies. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo with the football, 2nd down and 8 yards to go from their own 37-yard line. Pierce, the quarterback, calling out signals, and they'll send that shift to the right once again. And he takes the snap, and he's going to run to the right, make a cut to the left, gets it across the 40, and down he goes after about a 3-yard pickup. That'll bring up 3rd down.
It brings me back to what I said earlier about there's going to be a play that's going to go to the left at some point when they do that. A couple of years ago, I did a game. It was Warren-Alvarado-Oslo and Winnie-Mac. All game long, the Ponies were throwing wide receiver screens out to the perimeter. They did that probably 8 or 10 times. And then in a critical situation, they did the same thing. But instead of them running upfield, they threw a wide receiver pass, and they scored a touchdown off it. So I wouldn't be surprised if they pulled something out like that at some point.
3rd and 5 for the Ponies at their own 40-yard line. Pierce takes a snap, rolling to his left, makes a cut to the right, looking downfield, and he couldn't get the pass off. He's wrapped up. He is sacked. And Dawson, it looked like he wanted to throw the ball, but then again, maybe I could run with it, but, it was the point of no return, I guess.
Well, initially at one point when he's sort of jogging out to the left side, it kind of felt like it gave the looks of some kind of an option play, but the play was getting blown up on the left, rolls out to the right, and the reason that doesn't work when he goes back to the right, all the action was on the opposite side of the field, so instead he just takes the sack.
Wanarovich back to return the kick. And it's a end over ender. It's going to take a Pony bounce. Wanarovich at the 21, and down he goes at the 22. A return of only 1 yard. And Wanarovich is fortunate to keep possession of the ball. And that was a nice job there by Lucas Mock to make the tackle for the Ponies.
Yeah, Mock flying down the field. The gunner on the outside, as they say, for the special teams, as trying to made Wanarovich make a decision whether to let it bounce, and it looked like it was going to take the Pony bounce or try and field the football, and he did. And then Mock said, all right, I'm going to take you down. So he did. So 4:01 left to go in the second quarter. Tight game.
22-14, Stephen-Argyle on top. They've got the ball 1st and 10 at their 22-yard line. And Setterholm with a little pitch to the right side, and they're running into a bunch of white uniforms was Bennett. He had nowhere to go. Fortunate maybe to get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about it.
Yeah, that's a much better job by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Austin Baird that time. Those plays on the outside when Stephen-Argyle is winning at the point of attack, that's when they're going to be successful with those pitch plays. And that's really the first time that it hasn't been successful. So good job by Baird and the Ponies defense to win at the point of attack and bring down the running back.
2nd down and 10. Oh, somebody jumped on the line there for the Ponies on the left side, and that was Matthew Johnson. And it looks like we're going to have Stephen-Argyle get 5 free yards. Second penalty of the night on the Ponies, and that's going to bring it out to the 27-yard line. So 3:27 left to go before halftime arrives. Stephen-Argyle with the football, 2nd and 5 at their own 27-yard line. Shea Setterholm, the quarterback, calling out signals, and a pitch to the left side. And this is Smith running the ball, and Smith with a hard run got about 7 yards, which should give Stephen-Argyle enough for the first down.
Yeah, again, Smith gets to the outside, and they strung him out a little bit at the start and then was able to turn the corner and take care of the rest from there. It doesn't need to go the distance every time, but enough for the first down.
Smith with his 14th carry of the game. And that'll move the sticks 1st and 10 for Stephen-Argyle at their 33-yard line. They'll send Raiden Wanarovich wide out to the right side. Setterholm calling out signals. And he's going to run with the ball, trying to turn the corner, and he's wrapped up, and down he goes. And that was a heck of a play there by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to bring him down for a loss. And was that 92?
Yeah, I think it was Austin Baird on the edge again.
Baird, okay.
87-92 came in on the scene to celebrate with them probably, but they sent Wanarovich wide to the right side to try and open some space up for Setterholm and have that big gap. But at that point, then it's going to be who wins the edge, and Austin Baird that time closed it off and made a nice tackle.
2nd down and 12. Stephen-Argyle back at their own 31-yard line. Wanarovich in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Setterholm throws it down the middle. Wide open receiver. The catch is made, and that'll be a first down for Stephen-Argyle as they pick up about 13 yards on the pass play. And that was a nice run after the catch there by Ryan Swanson. We saw Ryan fumble a kickoff earlier, but the freshman made a nice catch and run there.
Yeah, totally redeems himself that time. The freshman, just 5'4", snuck in on that underneath route. The attention went to Caden Paniak, who was running the over route deep downfield, and Swanson sneaks in.
1st down and 10 for the Storm. A little play action. Setterholm's going to throw it to the left, and he underthrew the intended receiver, Wanarovich. And the official right there to make the call. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, underthrows it because he's on the near side of the field, and Wanarovich is running a route on the opposite side. That's a long throw, a hard throw to make, too. And in some cases, if that ball stays up in the air, it gives the Ponies enough time to close out defensively. So, hindsight's 20/20 in that regard, but live to play another down for 2nd down.
2nd down and 10 for the Storm at their own 45-yard line. Setterholm, 2-step drop. Wanarovich on the catch, and he immediately steps out of bounds after picking up close to 6 yards.
If he stays in bounds, might have had a chance to pick up the first down, had a lot of running room out in front of him. It was Noah Sedlacek who was probably 8 yards across from him defensively, but does step out of bounds. That's 3 straight passes from Stephen-Argyle at that point, and with less than 2 minutes to play. So now the official was winding the clock at one point, and then the near side told him that, no, it should be stopped.
78 yards through the air for Setterholm. So they're going to respot the ball, and it's going to be at the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 48. This is a key possession. We're late in the first half. 1:57 on the clock, 22-14, Stephen-Argyle. 3rd down and 2 from the Pony 48-yard line. Setterholm, 2-step drop, throws a pass. Wanarovich makes the catch and gets the first down on the 8-yard pickup.
Yeah, another quick pass to the near side. And Sedlacek, like I said, is playing 6-7 yards off him defensively. So we'll probably see if Sedlacek closes down on him any further, there's the fear of Wanarovich running around him. So we'll probably see maybe the safety for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo start to shade that direction. But then again, that opens up everything else on the other side of the field. So it's kind of a chess match at this point.
Wanarovich with his 3rd catch of the game. And we're down to 1:56 left to go before halftime. The Storm with the ball at the Pony 41-yard line or 40-yard line. Setterholm back to throw, and the pass. Wanarovich, the intended receiver, makes the catch. Didn't get much on that one. He got about 4 yards and was pushed out of bounds by Colt.
Well, actually stays inbounds as the clock continues to run. He caught it, went down to a knee, and he was marked down right away.
Second down and about 7 yards to go. A pickup of about 3. Here's a toss again to Wanarovich on the far side of the field. That catch was made by Swanson, who suddenly is becoming more of a factor in that offense. And he picks up a first down for Stephen-Argyle, and we're down to 128. Plenty of time left as the Storm are marching down the field, and they've got the ball at the Pony 28.
Yeah, the Ponies are facing a dilemma whether they put their cornerbacks in tight and a little bit closer to the receivers or they play off, and it's all these little plays are open for Stephen-Argyle for 5-6 yards a pop.
Setterholm back to throw, a little pump fake. He'll throw it down the field to Wanarovich, and it was a free ball, and they call those the 50-50s, and it falls incomplete, but that could have easily been picked off.
Well, that's what we were talking about, the whole possession. The second that quarterback starts to step up on the wide receiver, that was Caden Pierce actually on the near side, stepping up on the receiver, Wanarovich. It was a pump and go. Pierce didn't really bite for it at all, 50-50 ball. Pierce also, he had a nice play on the ball too, so that's the dilemma they're facing. They force Pierce out there as the solution.
22-14, Stephen-Argyle with the lead. 2nd and 10, Storm at the Pony 28. Setterholm rolling to his right. Quick toss, and the catch is made on the near side by Wanarovich, and out of bounds he goes at about the 18-yard line, but they pick up 10 more yards, and he stops the clock with 1:16 left to go. And it looks like they're going to move the sticks again.
Yeah, that was another nice design play. Swanson went deep. Pierce, you're always seeing man-to-man football defensively more than likely. Pierce runs with Swanson, and that forces the route underneath to be wide open, and Swanson picks up the first down.
First down and 10 at the 18-yard line of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Wanarovich in motion. The pitch goes to Wanarovich, and he slips and falls at about the 16-yard line and got a few yards, but it could have been more.
Slips and falls. Dvorak touches him down. And so it'll be second down. And Coach Marcus takes a timeout for Stephen-Argyle, trying to go up by 2 scores before halftime.
On the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 1:11 left to go in the first half. 22-14, Stephen-Argyle with the lead in the Section 8 9-man championship game.
Randall's Excavating of Glendon, specializing in underground site utilities and repair. Randall's Excavating is experienced in underground utilities, specializing in water lines, sanitary sewer, and storm sewer, from site preparation and trenching to the installation of all site utilities. They respond to emergency repairs for water leaks, fire protection lines, fire hydrants, sanitary and storm sewer lines for all commercial and residential needs, including camera inspections too. Contact Randall's Excavating with over 20 years of experience, 701-219-9126 or randallsinc.com.
Okay, we're back at the Fargo Dome, and it is 22-14. Stephen-Argyle with an 8-point lead over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and the Storm threatening to pad that lead here as it's second down and 8 at the 16-yard line of the Ponies. Setterholm lining up under center. Smith the back behind him. Here's a toss to Smith. Smith with some blockers in front of him, and down he goes at about the 12-yard line, and the Ponies brought him down quickly for a gain of 4.
Yeah, that's a nice job by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Another timeout called now by Stephen-Argyle, their second of the half. But they bring him down quickly, and it makes it third down and 4, so Coach Marcus has to come up with something maybe a little different here on this third down.
Ethan Marcus been at the helm for the Storm for several years, a graduate of Fosston High School. He was on the University of North Dakota National Championship team, Division II, back in the early 2000s. And, of course, his brother Justin, an assistant coach for the Fosston Greyhounds, who played before this game. And Fertile Beltrami, congratulations again to Coach Nelson and the Falcons on yet another section championship with a 52-15 win over Fosston. And earlier today, Border West beat Hancock in a close one for the Section 4 9-man title. That was a good game, too.
Yeah, all the games today have actually been really good. I mean, like we said in the Fosston Fertile Beltrami game, 52-15, but that was a game through halftime and through the third quarter for the most part. And it's always a fun day inside the Fargo Dome. And this one with the Storm and the Ponies shaping up to be another one, too.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 from the 12-yard line of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Center home with a man in motion behind him. And the pitch will go to Smith. Smith trying to turn the corner, and there he's brought down by Lucas Mock for a loss on the play, and that's going to bring up 4th down. And Mock he's played a heck of a game on defense.
Yeah, he sure has. Firing through the line that time to bring Smith down from behind. Might have had the edge if Mock wasn't there, but they were stringing him out east and west, and Mock firing through, whips him down. Now a big 4th down coming up.
So it's going to be 4th down and a healthy 6 yards to go from the 14-yard line of the Ponies, as Stephen-Argyle leads 22-14. Lots of offense here in the first half, but now the defense has come up big for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. And we'll see what Coach Marcus has up his sleeve here, as we've crowned 2 section champions already. Another one later tonight, Mahnomen-Waban and Red Lake County for the Section 8A championship. That'll be here on your live event along with KRJM and KRJB Radio. So a big play in the game. 57 seconds left to go in the first half. And the Storm going for it on 4th down and 6 from the Pony 14-yard line. Smith lined up about 5 yards and a little misdirection play, and they're not going to get it. That didn't fool anybody. And Stephen-Argyle is going to turn the ball over as Paniak took the handoff there. A little misdirection, Dawson, but the Ponies read it out beautifully, and they'll take over on downs.
Paniak comes up with a stop, Paniak on the carry, I beg your pardon. And the Ponies come up with a stop, and Paniak, as he slid, kind of lost his footing. The Ponies kind of, from my point of view, got a fistful of face masks, but the officials don't see it. It was a bang-bang play, so big time stop. What do the Ponies have in store for the final 53?
1st and 10 from their own 13. They're going to want to be pretty careful here. And they'll send Dvorak in motion, and it's a run. Pierce breaks away. He's at the 15, and down he goes, and he seemed to slip a little bit. And we've seen that quite a bit, Dawson.
Yeah, slipped up just a little bit, and I think we've seen it mostly. Well, I shouldn't say mostly. There were plenty of instances in the previous game where we saw some players lose their footing. That play was designed to go to the right side, was blown up on that side, and Caden Pierce makes a little something out of it. And unless we see a big play here, probably the final play of the half.
Yeah, just 22 seconds left to go. He picked up 3 on that last play. So 2nd down, and Pierce will take the snap. Looking to throw the ball, rolling to his right, wrapped up, and he shovels it out of bounds right before he went down on the turf. And that'll stop the clock with 9 seconds left.
Yeah, I know it's 3rd down now, but you got to be careful. Flipping it out of bounds, and you live to play another down, and situational awareness that time. It's all good. We're all good for the Ponies, but that always kind of makes you go, oh, man, just a little bit.
Now, the Storm are out of timeout, so it's 3rd down. And he'll take a knee, Pierce will, and that'll take us to halftime. Good ball game here in the Section 8 9-man championship. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Stephen-Argyle 22, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 14. And we're back with a halftime report next here on your live event.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting, with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Kyle Larson here for Franson Bank and Trust. We are a Farmer Mac approved lender that can offer operating lines of credit, land, equipment, and facility financing. Our lending experts understand the farm economy and climate in and around the Ada area. With a fast underwriting process and local decision making, you can save time on all farming and ag-related inquiries. Contact our Ada office today to learn more. Franson Bank and Trust, real people, real results. Member FDIC.
Let the geeks at GK Technology help you with your agricultural data. Their agronomists know agriculture. When it comes to creating soils and zone maps to maximize yields in your fields, you can trust the people with decades of experience in site-specific agriculture. Everyone at GK Technology has a background in agriculture, so they know what makes a farm run, and they speak your language. The geeks at GK Technology have a map and an app for that.
It's that time of year again. Time to kick off another exciting and fun-filled school year. Everyone at Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead hope we all can join together and make it a successful and safe school year. If you're driving near school buildings, at school bus stops, please watch carefully for children. Welcome back, students, teachers, staff, and administration from Halstead Living Center and Heritage House in Halstead, providing living environments for seniors that maximize health, independence, and quality of life.
What does hometown mean to us at Hometown Realty? It means we want our community to grow and succeed. It means we'll do everything we can to make that happen. Whether it's by helping people find the perfect home for them, assisting someone sell a property that they have maybe outgrown or can no longer take care of, or supporting our local businesses, schools, and nonprofits with our time and money. Everything we do is for the good of our community. Our family lives here, we live here, we love it here. We are Hometown.
Jensen Seed Company, Stephen, Minnesota. Talk about 2024 wheat varieties with University of Minnesota variety trials, including Rothsay, Torgy, Cannon, Buster, Dual, Teddy, and Wildcat. You can talk to Jensen Seed Company about seed cleanings, as founder of sugar beet seed, and more seed varieties available. If you're looking for other varieties, give a call to find the best fit for you. It's Jensen Seed Farm, Stephen, Minnesota, 218-478-3397.
They were back here on the halftime report of our Section 8 nine-man championship game, 22-14. Stephen-Argyle with the lead over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. The Storm took a 6-0 lead with 7:25 left to go in the first quarter. Smith on a 6-yard run. The run for two, no good, and the Storm led 6-0. Then the Ponies would score with 2:43 left to go in the first quarter. Pierce on a 21-yard run, and the kick was good by Washington, and the Ponies led 7-6. Then with 1:51 left to go in the first quarter, Warren-Alvarado caught a 60-yard touchdown pass from Setterholm. The pass for two to Paniak was good, and Stephen-Argyle led 14-7. Then the Ponies would tie the game with 9:57 left to go in the second quarter. Pierce on his second touchdown of the game on a 16-yard run. Extra point good. That tied the game at 14. And then Smith would score his second touchdown for Stephen-Argyle with 6:09 left to go in the second quarter on a 28-yard run. Smith ran it in for the two, and that's our score at halftime, 22-14. And just a couple of penalties on the Ponies and 2 penalties on Stephen-Argyle. And Dawson Peterson, entertaining first half with so much on the line. These two teams, a lot of offense, and then at the end, we saw some nice defense.
Yeah, from what we know from Section 8 nine-man football between really all of the teams, they're hard-nosed, physical, tough teams. And we've seen a 22-14 game in the first half. And I think it's like you said, Tom, too, earlier, that I wasn't expecting this many points in the first half. I wasn't going to be shocked if it was a 8-6 game at the half. But either way, it definitely has been an entertaining first half. And then we did start to see some of the patented Section 8 nine-man defense near the end of the first half.
Well, Caden Pierce, 14 carries, 78 yards in the first half. And then Blaine Smith for the Stephen-Argyle Storm. Smith had 14 carries for 105 yards. Warren-Alvarado carried the ball 3 times for 26 yards. Bennett had 2 carries for 7. Setterholm had 3 for 12 for the Storm. And for the Ponies, again, Pierce, 14 carries for 78 yards. Owen Dvorak, he only had 5 carries for 13 yards. And Dvorak, we saw him rush for way over 100 against Winnimac the other night, and they haven't gotten him a whole lot, at least after the first half, Dawson.
Yeah, I mean, when Caden Pierce is running the football like he is, Dvorak has had a couple of good runs in the first half, but it's been all Caden Pierce so far up to this point. And like I said in the pregame show, I wouldn't be surprised if we see him run it for 20 plus times, over 100 and some yards. So that's kind of the way it's trending at this point at half.
Okay, we'll take another break here on the halftime report. 22-14, Stephen-Argyle with the lead. When we come back, Dawson and I will take a look at some of the other action going on, not only today, but tomorrow too, as the Fargo Dome is going to be busy tomorrow with a lot of section championship games. So we'll be back with more on the halftime report on your live event.
Are you looking for your next vacation rental? Call or text Mason at Cleveguard Rentals 701-552-3181. Family fun, girls getaway, retreats and get-togethers. Call or text Mason 701-552-3181. Located on West McDonald Lake, your vacation awaits.
Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division carries a wide variety of products, from bagged feeds to livestock equipment, bulk custom feeds, and they can assist you with all your farm and ranch needs with on-farm analysis for ration balancing, problem solving, and feed mixing. Lakes Community Co-op can help your bottom line with controlled feed costs and maximum production. For more information on the Lakes Community Co-op Feed Division, visit lakescommunitycoop.com.
Your grandmother's fine china, those trendy sneakers, your collection of hand-carved duck decoys. Auto Owners protects your home. Because, well, somebody should. That's simple human sense.
Ask Linforce Insurance Agency in your viewing area if Auto Owners make sense for you.
Oh, now you do your job.
Hi, I'm Dr. Travis Hannell, and I would like to welcome you to Lone Oak Family Dentistry, located in Warren, Minnesota. From our friendly team member greeting you in our reception area upon arrival, to our trained assistant and hygienists providing care in the operatories, we offer our patients the latest technology in a welcoming, professional environment. We at Lone Oak Family Dentistry are deeply rooted in our commitment to
your healthy smile.
All right, we're back here at the Fargo Dome. Coverage of the Section 8 nine-man championship game on your live event. Earlier today, Fertile Beltrami won over Foston in the Section 6 nine-man championship, 52-15. And it was Border West over Hancock, 22-20 to win the Section 4 nine-man title. Nevis, they won the whole ball of wax last year. They're ranked number 1. They're playing Cromwell Wright area down in Brainerd tonight for the Section 5 nine-man championship. And Nevis has been ranked number 1, Dawson, all season long. They won the state championship last year. And there really hasn't been a whole lot of movement in the top 3. It's been pretty much Nevis, Mountain Iron Buell, and Fertile Beltrami all season long.
Yeah, and Tom, you talked about Mountain Iron Buell. I think maybe it was in the game broadcast previously with Fertile Beltrami and Foston. Mountain Iron Buell can put up a ton of points. They scored, 90-some points earlier in this year. And so can Fertile Beltrami. And then it's been pretty much Nevis, MIB, and Fertile Beltrami in the top 3. Everybody else has kind of been moving and shaking after that, 4 through 10. So, I don't know. I think the state playoffs will certainly be interesting, and we'll have some coverage of nine-man football for the state playoffs. And, it's fun like always. I know last year between Kingsland and Nevis in the championship game, came down to a little controversy near the end, but it was entertaining as all heck.
Okay, look at some of these scores from Mountain Iron Buell. They beat McGregor 68-8. They beat Cass Lake Bena 88-6. Beat Collier Northome 87-0. Beat Black Duck 78-6. Beat Cherry, a pretty good Cherry team that's ranked number 9, 62-6. They beat Big Fork 76-6, and then they played Big Fork again in the playoffs, and they beat them the second time 91-0. And then a 60-16 win over Cook County out of Grand Marais. So Mountain Iron Buell and Cherry are going to play tomorrow night for their section championship. But yeah, that's It's a lot of points put up by Mountain Iron Buell, who won the state championship the year before that.
Yeah, that's very true. And the one thing that I think about as you were going through those scores, we talked about Fertile Beltrami as they have had some issues, or at least are worried about conditioning because they haven't played much of a full game. I'm assuming that's a similar line with Mountain Iron Buell, but also in the same token with Mountain Iron Buell, how much adversity have they faced really all season? Pretty much none, going by the scores. So interesting, like I said, once we get to the state playoffs, if Mountain Iron Buell does come up against some adversity and how they respond in that one. So no, that should be a lot of fun. And Tom, did we do Mountain Iron Buell and Fertile Beltrami 3 years ago, or was that?
Yeah, that was Mountain Iron
That
Buell.
was that game. Okay,
Yep,
I know Fertile, they played Ogilvie the one year, try to get those straight, but
yeah, that was at Grand Rapids, yes.
yeah, there was a snowstorm that night as well.
Yes, it was. I'll never forget that ride home. You mentioned Kingsland. They're playing for their section championship. That's tomorrow. They're playing Leroy Ostrander, Lyle Pacelli. And there aren't really all that many games being played tonight statewide. The majority are tomorrow and a few on Saturday. But yeah, not a whole lot of games tonight. But like we said earlier, the Fargo Dome is going to be a busy place tomorrow. 22-14, Stephen-Argyle with the lead at halftime. They'll put another 3 minutes up on the clock, and we'll get the second half started. It'll be interesting as the Storm and the Ponies, two longtime rivals on the gridiron, get ready to start the second half here at the Fargo Dome on your live event.
Northern Nature Seed is your full-service ag retailer in Drayton, North Dakota, offering a full line of corn, soybeans, sunflower, CRP seed from Proseed, Midwest Seed Genetics, Legend Seed, Seed X, and founder of Sugar Beet Seed, Invigor Canola, and new for 2025, Zatavo soybeans from BSF, all with free farm delivery. Contact Northern Nature Seed for all crop protection needs, Nature's in-furrow fertilizer, and free crop consulting. Stop by the office on Main Street in Drayton or call Scott Johnson at 218-244-5146, Diane Riley at 218-478-4105, or Steve Weberg at 218-991-4010.
At Northern Roots Insurance Agency, we know that a good season can make all the difference. That's why we're here to help farmers protect their investments with reliable crop and hail insurance, customized for the unique needs of Northern Minnesota. And just as you work hard in the fields, our Stephen-Argyle football team is putting in their all on the field. We wish them the very best in the section championship. Northern Roots Insurance Agency, rooted in our community, committed to our farmers. Give us a call to learn how we can help protect your livelihood. Go Storm! Since 1989, Phil Thompson and Associates has been one of Minnesota's leading crop and hail insurance agencies, providing critical financial services to agricultural operations. From bookkeeping and tax planning to payroll, we're here to help you succeed. And we're not just about business, we care about our community. That's why we're wishing all the area teams best of luck in the upcoming section tournament games. From Phil Thompson and Associates, affordable, high-quality service with a personal touch.
Riverview Health, exceptional people, exceptional care.
The team at Riverview Health is getting stronger to serve you better. Riverview Health is pleased to welcome orthopedic surgeon Dr. Brennan Smith. Dr. Smith specializes in joint replacements and sports medicine. Dr. Smith is now seeing patients at Riverview Clinic in Crookston, East Grand Forks, and Thief River Falls. You know you'll be in good hands with Riverview Health when you need specialized care. For appointments, call 218-281-9595.
Roadside Grill in Stephen, Minnesota would like to wish the Stephen-Argyle football team best of luck in the section championship game. Your hard work and dedication this year is something for the whole community to be proud of. If you are looking for a great meal, stop in at Roadside Grill from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. Monday through Friday and 8 a.m. to 1 p.m. on Sundays. Roadside Grill is a staple in the Stephen community and a proud supporter of Stephen-Argyle athletics. Good luck, boys, at the section championship, and go Storm!
Okay, we're back here at the Fargo Dome at Gate City Bank Field. 22-14, Stephen-Argyle leading Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. And, Dawson Peterson, what do you expect from the second half?
I mean, I definitely expect it to tighten up a little bit defensively for sure. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo is going to get the ball to start this second half. We're going to see a lot of Caden Pierce run the rock and see if they can answer with a score right away. But we weren't expecting the first half to be a 22-14 game. So, heck, maybe it'll be by the time everything's done, maybe it'll be 42-34 or something like that. But it should be a fun second half regardless.
All right, Thompson to kick off for Stephen-Argyle, and Dvorak and Washington back to return the kick. Ponies going from our left to right here in the third quarter, and a little top spinning over the far side, picked up by one of the up men for the Ponies. Sedlacek with the ball. He's actually been kind of busy on these kick returns, and that'll give the Ponies 1st and 10 at about their 34, 35-yard line.
The other thing I expect more in this second half, too, is for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to be just a little bit more physical. If we had to decide who won that battle in the second half, I'm going to give the check mark to Stephen-Argyle, and that's going to be a big key in the second half if the Ponies want to win.
1st and 10, Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at their 35-yard line. Pierce under center. Long signal count, first play of the second half, and he's going to keep the ball after faking the handoff, and he picks up about 11 yards and a Pony first down.
That faked me out a little bit, too, faking the handoff to Lucas Mock and then running it himself, and that's a nice little wrinkle that they've thrown in here for the second half. When Caden Pierce runs the ball as much as he does, you can't get one-dimensional, and right there, that's a nice fake, pick up 11 yards, and a nice start.
15 carries, 89 yards for Caden Pierce. 1st and 10 Ponies at their 46. This time he will hand the ball off to Dvorak, and he's going to go down in a heap. 3 Stephen-Argyle players on top of Dvorak, and he'll lose a yard or two.
First one there, Caden Paniak for Stephen-Argyle, and Dvorak, he just really hasn't had anything going in this game so far. Another loss of yards there, and try and just keep feeding him and keep moving forward. They'll need him down the stretch.
Yeah, his biggest gain's been 5 yards. He's had a 4-yarder, a 3-yarder, a 1-yarder, and then a -1 on that play. 2nd down and 11. Pierce calling out signals. Turns, fakes to the first man, gives to Dvorak, and he's wrapped up, and he's close to midfield. That time he did pick up 4, maybe 5 yards.
That's just a nice positive run that time for Dvorak. You just keep chipping away at it. The Ponies aren't known to throw the football a ton. So Dvorak, whether he likes it or not, he's going to keep getting the football. And, positive yards like that are nice to see, because I wouldn't be surprised if he busts one of those for 11, 15, maybe even more.
3rd down and 7 yards to go for the Ponies at their own 49-yard line. Now they'll shift to the left. Here's the snap. Pierce with a run. Gets it across the 50-yard line, and down he goes at about the 47. Got close to 4 yards. Well short of the first down, but maybe a manageable one if they want to go for it. 4th and a couple.
Well, rather than everybody shifting to the right, they shift everybody to the left, and it's still the same thing. Everybody shifts one direction, and then that's where the football's going to go too. So, yeah, Tom, it's decision time, and an early decision for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
4th down, 3 yards to go from the Storm 47-yard line. Pierce, the senior quarterback, they'll shift over to the right. Here comes the whistles and the flags.
Oh, wow. They're going off sides against Stephen-Argyle.
Well, that'll give the Ponies a first down. Encroachment on Stephen-Argyle, and that'll give the Ponies a free first down. The 3rd penalty of the game for Stephen-Argyle. 1st and 10 Ponies at the Storm 42.
Well, Storm fans are on their feet cheering for the 4th down play, and then the shift makes the Storm jump. So then the opposite side of the Fargo Dome starts to cheer for it. A free first down for the Ponies.
Yeah, so they took the bait that time. 1st down and 10 at the Stephen-Argyle 42-yard line. Caden Pierce calling out signals, and he'll take the snap on 1st and 10. Now they'll shift to the left. Pierce will take the snap, kind of a low snap. He comes up with the ball, goes left, goes right, looking downfield. Now he's going to run with the ball, and he's across the 40 to about the 39. He ran a long ways to get maybe 2 yards.
Yeah, again, the wrinkle with the shift is that time that was going to be a pass play. And the Storm, for one, they weren't fooled on the backside on the pass. They had number 2, Norris Sedlacek, running deep. A Storm defender was with him step for step. And then the Storm up front were ready for Caden Pierce to run the football.
Second down, 7 yards to go. Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at the Stephen-Argyle 39-yard line. Pierce takes the snap. He'll run with the ball, puts his head down and gets it close to the 35. That'll leave him about 3 yards shy of the first down, and that'll bring up third down for the Ponies.
Dylan Widner for Stephen-Argyle gets him from behind that time. Patient running for Caden Pierce, but Stephen-Argyle, they are 110% all the time. So whether you're going to get caught from behind or you're going to get a guy scraping down the line of scrimmage from the backside, and Caden Pierce just unable to break free on that one.
I think if they don't get it here, I think they're going to go for it. Pierce will take the snap, and he's at the 35, and forward progress. He's not going to get the first down, that's for sure. And that's going to bring up fourth down as the Storm read that one out very nicely. Pierce with a minimal gain. It'll be fourth and about 1.5 yards.
Yeah, that's a healthy yard and a half now for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. See if they do that same wrinkle again where everybody shifts to one side, a quarterback power to that same way, or what they decide to do here on a possession that's taking up quite a bit of time to start this third quarter.
7:23 on the clock. Fourth down. 2 yards to go from the 34-yard line of Stephen-Argyle. Pierce lining up under center. He'll turn. He fakes the handoff. Pierce looking. Now he's going to roll to his right. He'll try to run for it. He's not going to get it. He's going to lose a yard, and the Storm will take over on downs.
Dylan Widner again, a couple of tackles on this series for the Stephen-Argyle defense. Comes up with a big one there, and I don't know about you, Tom, but I am a little surprised that they did want to go through the air that time.
Yeah, absolutely. 1st and 10 for Stephen-Argyle as their first series on offense in the second half will start at their 35-yard line. Setterholm under center. He'll turn, and he hands the ball off to Smith, and Smith is stacked up after a gain of a couple. That'll bring up 2nd and 8 from the Storm 37.
Well, so now you turn to the Ponies' defense. You're down by a score, but with the way the game has gone and running the football for both teams a lot, of course, the clock is going to continue to wind and grind and tick away off the game clock. So the Ponies, they would love just a quick 3 and out on this possession.
2nd and 8, Stephen-Argyle at their own 37-yard line. Setterholm under center. Takes the snap, and here's a toss to the left side. Wanarovich able to get it out to about the 44-yard line, and boy, he's a tough kid to bring down. And in on the tackle there for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo was Sedlacek, and it's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, no doubt. Wanarovich, tough to bring down, carries the football a lot for the Storm. The Ponies that time defensively were cheating that way a little bit once he started to motion, but once the ball was snapped, it's almost like they were too far to the outside. They had the very edge covered, but that opened up sort of in between the numbers and the hash marks for Wanarovich.
3rd and 1 for the Storm at their own 44. Stephen-Argyle runs the play, handoff up the middle to the fullback Smith, and he picks up a first down, got about 5 yards, and the Storm will move the sticks.
Yeah, and those short yardage downs, unless you get upfront penetration defensively by Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, you're going to have a tough time bringing down Blaine Smith. He's just going to carry the football covered up with both hands and put his head down and drive forward, and he does so successfully there.
15 carries for 110 yards for Smith. 1st and 10, Stephen-Argyle at their own 48-yard line. A couple of time-consuming drives here. 5:25 left in the third quarter. Setterholm with a pitch to Smith. Smith makes a nice cut, and he's at the 40. He's still on his feet. He's going to break away. Smith is going to take it to the house for a 52-yard touchdown, and the Storm lead 28-14.
Yeah, got to the outside once again. It's like we said in the first half, the Storm winning at the point of attack, and they open it up for Blaine Smith to take it the distance, and now they're up by 2 scores, and life a little more difficult now for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
3rd touchdown of the game for Smith. He had scored on runs of 6 and 28 yards earlier. And the conversion coming up here for Stephen-Argyle. 28-14, the Storm on top. That was a great run by Smith. I thought he was going to go maybe out of bounds at about the 25, and poof, he was gone and wasn't even close at the end. Setterholm calling out signals. He'll send a man in motion, and Setterholm rolling to his right, throws against the grain, and it's caught for the 2-point conversion. by Paniak. That's the second catch he's made for a 2-point conversion. And on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard right now, Stephen-Argyle in the driver's seat. They lead the Ponies 30-14 in the Section 8 9-man championship game. The kickoff coming up on your live event.
Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers Association would like to thank growers, staff, truckers, work campers, local businesses, and everyone for making the 2024 sugar beet harvest successful. Everyone's hard work and dedication helps make the valley a little sweeter. Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers Association is the voice for nearly 2,700 sugar beet growers who are shareholder owners of the American Crystal Sugar Company. The association provides a variety of services for their members from all 5 factory districts, including Drayton, East Grand Forks, Crookston, Hillsborough, and Moorhead. Best wishes for a successful 2025 from the Red River Valley Sugar Beet Growers Association.
The Stephen-Argyle School District would like to send a special message to the football team. We want to wish you the best of luck in the section tournament. We know that you have worked hard all season. We are proud of the dedication and commitment that you have shown both on and off the field. You are an inspiration to your fellow students and a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work and perseverance. To the football team of Stephen-Argyle, keep up the hard work and go Storm.
They were back here at the Fargo Dome. Storm to kick off, and another short kick bobbled by one of the up men, picked up by Washington, and he gets twirled down at the 33. I thought he was going to lose the ball. Ponies have it 1st and 10 at their own 33.
I thought he was going to lose his helmet after he got ripped down. I don't think they caught any of the face mask, but certainly hit the ground hard. So big opportunity now for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, or maybe not so much an opportunity, but at least the situation. You're down by a full 2 scores, 16 points, 30-14. And like we said, with the way their clock is grinding you start to wonder how many offensive possessions they'll have left in the game.
Pierce under center, split backfield behind him on 1st down and 10. He does hand off to the first man, and he ends up picking up about 3 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd down and 7 yards to go for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and they're trying to battle their way back here as that was Mock on the carry. And, like you said, Dawson, a full 2-possession lead right now for the Storm.
Yeah, that last one, just a straight dive to Lucas Mock to try and kickstart the offense. I wouldn't be surprised if we see Caden Pierce start to use his arm a little more.
Pierce with Mock lined up to his right. 3 receivers to the left, and there's a quick toss over on the left side, and that play works for a 1st down out to midfield. Just a quick toss to the left side. It'll be a 1st down for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, and the Ponies move the sticks.
That'll work. That'll work for Owen Dvorak on the outside. He's not running the football very successfully, but with the athleticism that Dvorak provides, split him out wide, get the football in his hands, takes care of business that time.
And Dvorak with his first reception of the game. He's only carried the ball 7 times. So it's right at midfield, 1st and 10 for the Ponies. Pierce under center, turns, hands the ball off, and they pick up 3, maybe 4 yards. So the Ponies starting to get a little bit of yardage on the ground. And getting up from underneath the pile there was Mock. I mentioned earlier, Dawson, we saw Mock run a few times against Winnimac, and he's a good back, and he's in a backup role here with the loss of Morley.
Yeah, for sure, and positive yards like that is what helps keep this offense ahead of the sticks rather than it being 2nd down and 9. It's 2nd down and 5. Blaine Smith now for Stephen-Argyle has left the field because I think he has blood on his hand, so he'll probably re-enter in a couple of plays.
Pierce takes a snap, quick toss over on the left side. There's Dvorak, and that time the Storm read that play out. He stays in bounds, but they read that play out in a very, very short gain there on the pass to Dvorak.
Yeah, the tall man, 6'10", 220 pounds, Jake Carlson makes the tackle on the far side of the field. And again, I just get the sense that Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, these plays that go to the outside, I wouldn't be surprised if they try to see a wide receiver pass, halfback pass, something along those lines. But they need something to kind of put a jolt into this offense.
3rd down and 8 yards to go from the Storm 48-yard line. Pierce under center. And he hands the ball off and nothing doing. And that's going to bring up a 4th down now for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Are you surprised at the play call there as a handoff went to Mock? And maybe a yard, but they need about 7, maybe even 8 to get a first down here.
Yeah, as soon as he handed it off, I was a little surprised. I know Maki on the previous couple of plays was able to rip off 4 or 5 yards to make fourth down a little bit easier, but now 4th down and 7, you're more than likely going to see Pierce go through the air.
Okay, so a big play here. The Ponies going for it on 4th and 7 from the Stephen-Argyle 48-yard line. 3 wideouts to the left. Here's the snap. And this is Pierce looking downfield. Now he's going to run with the ball, and he cannot get to the marker. He got pushed out hard. He needed about 7, maybe 8 yards. He only got about 4, Dawson. And the Storm run off the field, pumped up after taking over on downs.
It was Blaine Smith meeting Caden Pierce on the far side of the field on the boundary, keeping him short of the line to gain. And I don't know what Pierce had downfield. It was they pumped to the outside because they've been throwing it out there on this series a couple of times. And downfield, there must just not have been anything there. Pierce climbing the pocket, and 4th and 7 is hard to get with your legs.
Yeah, it would have been different, like 4th and 3, maybe something like that. But yeah, you're right. 4th and 7, that's tough against a defense like Stephen-Argyle. So the Storm take over on downs of their own 44. Late in the third quarter, 2:12 on the clock. Setterholm with Bennett in motion. And Setterholm back to throw on first down. And the catch is made. And he goes out of bounds. And that was Paniak on the reception. He went out at the 35, but they pick up 21 yards on that play and a first down.
Well, I'll tell you what, Tom, that was not a well-thrown ball. It was a duck out of the hand of the quarterback, Setterholm, but it ends up slipping by Noah Sedlacek in coverage. Paniak makes the catch, stays in bounds for the moment. And when you're up 30-14, I think as a defense, the last thing you're thinking for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo is that they're going to start to throw it through the air. And they do. They shock you right away after the turnover on downs. And so that's a really smart play call from Stephen-Argyle.
1st and 10 at the Pony 35-yard line. Setterholm under center. Oh, everybody moved except the quarterback and the center. So here comes a bunch of laundry and a false start on Stephen-Argyle, their 4th penalty of the game.
Widner, the center that time, freshman, didn't snap the football. Everybody got off.
Hey, Joe Kapp got the Vikings to a Super Bowl. He couldn't throw a spiral to save his life. So he threw the ugliest passes, but got us to our first Super Bowl.
Hey, well, I mean, we'll take it. The result of the Super Bowl, it might not matter, but we got there.
Yep. 1st down and 15 to go for Stephen-Argyle. Handoff going to the left side to Smith. And he's a strong kid, puts his head down, and he gets the yardage back, plus a yard. He picks up 6 on that carry.
A couple of years ago, I referred to some of the Black Duck running backs, Ridge Flatness and Dante Frank. I think this was 2 years ago. I said they ran like a bunch of lunatics, meaning they didn't care, reckless abandon. They ran through guys, and Blaine Smith is on that same level, looking for contact.
2nd down and 9 yards to go from the 34. Setterholm back to throw. Gets set, and he throws it right on the money. It's going to be a touchdown to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. 34 yards, and Stephen-Argyle scores again, and they lead 36-14.
So much success in the first half, running the football, and then near the end of the first half, when they did have to go through the air to pick up or try to pick up some final points of the first half, I think the Storm may have realized, hey, we can move the football through the air a little bit more. And they're up by 2 scores and now even further after that passing touchdown.
Going for 2. Setterholm under center, sending a man in motion, and a toss goes to that man, and the 2-point conversion is not going to work here as Owen Dvorak came up and made a nice open field tackle. And the 2-point conversion fails, but the touchdown's on the board. So on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, Stephen-Argyle with 1:52 left in the third quarter. They now lead Warren-Alvarado-Oslo 36-14. The kickoff coming up on your live event.
At Storm Insurance Agency, we've got you covered with protection for every part of your life, whether it's crop, hail, farm, commercial, home, auto, or bonding insurance. Our team is here to give you peace of mind so you can focus on what matters most. Give us a call today at 218-478-2200 to get a quote. Let us show you why neighbors trust Storm Insurance to keep them covered season after season. And to our Stephen-Argyle Central Storm team, best of luck in the section championship game. Go Storm! Sustad Family Market is a family-owned and operated grocery store in Stephen, Minnesota. Established in 2023, Sustad Family Market provides fresh produce, groceries, and meat to the community. Open on weekdays from 7 to 6:30 p.m. and weekends 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Stop in for all your grocery needs. Sustad Family Market would also like to extend a best of luck to the Stephen-Argyle teams competing. Your hard work and dedication does not go unnoticed. From Sustad Family Market.
Anders Thompson kicking off another short kick. This one, however, will be returned by one of the deep men. Dvorak bobbled it, picked it up. Nice return out to the 40, the 45, the 50, and all the way down to the 45-yard line of Stephen-Argyle as that pile moved the whole bunch. And Dvorak bobbled it to start with Dawson, but boy, once he got it under control, he had a nice return.
Yeah, head of steam after he finally was able to control the football. And Coach Ethan Marcus for Stephen-Argyle, he's not happy with the special teams that time. As soon as he shot up the middle, he was just kind of waving his hands in disgust. And this is exactly what the doctor ordered for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. A good return and plus territory to start the drive, but they just need to take advantage.
Caden Pierce, senior quarterback, 1st and 10 from the Storm 45-yard line. Here's a snap. Pierce back to throw, flushed out. Now he's rolling to his right, has no choice but to run with it, and he's going to pay the price. He gets hit hard at about the 43-yard line. Got a couple of yards there. Like I said, Dawson, he got hit pretty hard by a couple of Storm players.
Yeah, I did. And Stephen-Argyle, they're going to continue to be physical throughout and make life difficult for Caden Pierce. And the Ponies, as Coach Tony Gullickson yells out a play call for the Ponies. And at some point, I know Caden Pierce wants to try and pick things up and make plays with his legs, but you got to give your guys a shot downfield to try and make a play, especially down by 22 points.
2nd down and 9. Ponies have the ball at the Stephen-Argyle 44-yard line. Dvorak in motion, leaving an empty backfield. Pierce throwing downfield, and that is going to be intercepted. Up for grabs, and Setterholm, who's the quarterback on offense, makes the pick on defense for the Storm, and they take over 1st and 10 on the interception.
The ball looked like it was a little underthrown out of the hands of Pierce that time. There was some pressure from the backside that you can only assume he felt a little bit. It was a wobbler out of his hand, and it gave Stephen-Argyle a chance at the interception, and coming down with it, Setterholm to give the football back to his offense, and now really trying to put the game out of reach.
So the Ponies turn the ball over. And Stephen-Argyle with just 45 seconds left to go in the third quarter. 1st and 10 at their 17-yard line. So Setterholm, who just got the interception, will take the snap. Hand off up the middle, and that'll be a 1st down carry, about 13 yards. And you can just kind of feel the pendulum swinging in favor of the Storm as Blaine Smith picks up another big gainer.
Yeah, most definitely a quick change with the touchdown and now the interception. And, you know, another touchdown, like we said, sure would be deflating for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. A lot of the fans on the far side, with the exception of a couple of rows, sitting down in their seats, and you know, a decent portion of Stephen-Argyle fans on their feet, or at least the student section cheering on the Storm. And like we said, a touchdown would sure make it tough for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
1st and 10, Storm of their own 29-yard line. Shea Setterholm, the quarterback, takes the snap, and the handoff to the left side, and another big gainer, and Smith is across the 40, and he's going to break loose. The 40, the 30, it's a race, and it's going to be a touchdown for Smith. Holy cow, 71-yard touchdown run for Smith, and that might be the backbreaker right there.
Stephen-Argyle at this point in the game, they're just the more physical team, and it's reflected on the way Blaine Smith runs the football. You got to take him down low I mean, he's got some tree trunks for legs, and he's going to run through you every single time. And he did that to a couple of Pony defenders. And we said it at half that Warren-Alvarado-Oslo needed to be more physical in the second half, especially at the point of attack. Smith had a huge hole. He got through the gap, and then he just took care of the rest, taking it to the end zone.
Oh, that will be the last play of the third quarter. They've already got the 12 minutes up for the fourth quarter on the clock. But before we end the third quarter officially, the 2-point conversion coming up. Setterholm turns, throws up the pass, and it's a little underthrown for Paniak. It's incomplete, but the touchdown's on the board. So on your Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 3 quarters are in the books here in the Section 8 9-man championship game at Fargo on your live event. The Stephen-Argyle Storm 42, the Warren-Alvarado-Oslo Ponies 14.
Hey, Northwest Minnesota, the Dell Steakhouse and Lounge has been serving up great steaks, burgers, and drinks since 1977, right here in Argyle. Whether you're celebrating a win or just craving a delicious meal, we're here for you. And as our Stephen-Argyle football team heads into these section tournaments, we want to wish them the best of luck. Go Storm! The Dell Steakhouse and Lounge, proud to be part of our community and always here to cheer on the home team. Stop by and join the celebration.
Todd's Landscaping thanks you for your business. Todd's Landscaping, where no job is too big or too small. They do outdoor landscaping, brickwork, rockwork, and flagpole sales and installation. Todd's Landscaping, 218-945-6000. Think of the landscaping you want in your yard and share that idea with us at Todd's Landscaping. We'll work with you through the winter months to do your project. Todd's Landscaping, 218-945-6000. Call today.
Okay, we're back here at the Fargo Dome, 42-14. Stephen-Argyle with the lead. Dawson, not very often you see a fourth quarter start with a kickoff.
Well, when Stephen-Argyle has Blaine Smith running for touchdowns left and right, let's get her started with a kickoff back to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Try and find something offensively.
Thompson with another short kick, and it's taken by one of the up men for the Ponies, returned out to about the 37-yard line. So that's where Warren-Alvarado-Oslo will take over, first down and 10. And all game long, let's see, limping over to the sideline is called to return that kick. But anyways, I was going to say, it seems like, pretty much for this entire game that, Stephen-Argyle, they just seem to have they started the game a little slow, but boy, they have picked it up and they're in complete control right now.
Yeah, they've definitely turned it up a notch, so to speak. Like I said before, I think it all starts with how physical they play. They kind of played in a way down to Warren-Alvarado-Oslo's physicality. And once Stephen-Argyle turns that up, you would want Warren-Alvarado-Oslo to also turn up the physicality, and it just hasn't happened. And you saw it on the last run from Blaine Smith. He had a huge gap, ran through a couple of guys, and I really do think the physical nature and aggressiveness of the game has definitely been the difference maker. It's like Foston coach Joe Wood says he wants his team to play with controlled violence throughout a game. And Stephen-Argyle, that's the way they've been playing has been the definition of controlled violence against the Ponies tonight.
The injured player, by the way, we had an injury timeout there. That was Chase Kalt. And he's over on the Pony sideline now. So Warren-Alvarado-Oslo with a football, first down and 10. At their own 38-yard line. They're going from our right to left here in the fourth quarter. And Caden Pierce under center. Two backs lined up behind him. And he'll keep the ball. He faked the hand to Dvorak, and he literally got his helmet, Dawson, ripped off his head. And here come the flags. I think there were flags coming from the stands. Wow.
Well, and that's one of those ones where if there wasn't a flag, there would have been people on the field. No, but I think it was sort of a mutual respect with Jake Carlson for Stephen-Argyle and Caden Pierce here. You never want to get a guy up high on the face mask, especially as violent as that one was. And from what I could see, it's sort of, slapped hands, my bad. And Carlson runs off to the near side. And Caden Pierce does stay on the field as well after his helmet got ripped off.
So it's 15-yard penalty, first down and 10 for the Ponies at the Storm 47-yard line. Pierce under center, turns, and he'll keep the ball this time after faking the handoff. He doesn't have a whole lot of room to work with, maybe a yard, possibly 2 at the most. And the Storm read that play out very nicely, Dawson. It's going to be second down and a long 8.
Yeah, at some point now, it's like we said before, I think Caden Pierce needs to be, and the Ponies, they need to start going through the air a little bit more because they're starting to become one-dimensional, and especially in a 42-14 game. Is the game out of reach? Maybe, but they got to getting it done on the ground. That's not the case anymore.
Yeah. Pierce getting set to take the snap here on second down, and again, a long 8. Sedlacek in motion. Here's a pass, and there comes a flag. It's bobbled and dropped by Noah Dvorak. And we'll check this flag out, but the pass was incomplete.
Yeah, it was a nice pass, too, from Pierce. Trying to get him in rhythm, throwing the football. Had to lob it over a couple of defenders on the far side of the field, but it doesn't look like it's going to matter regardless.
42-14, Stephen-Argyle with the lead. 10:50 left to go in our Section 8 9-man championship game. Mahnomen Waban and Red Lake County will play the next game for the Section 8A championship. Coach Mark is talking to one of the officials here, and here comes a call. It's a hold against the Ponies. So that'll back them up with 10:50 remaining in the ball game. And like I said earlier, Dawson, a lot of the section championship games are going to be either tomorrow afternoon or tomorrow evening across the state. So that's going to be second down. And on the scoreboard it says 27 for a first down. There's a run by Pierce across the 45, gets it to about midfield. He got about 7 yards, but they're going to need a lot more than that. And that'll bring up third down.
Yeah, stood up and popped by Blaine Smith, who comes flying in again. Like you said, Stephen-Argyle's not going to stop playing physical. Blaine Smith is physical as they come as he makes the tackle there. And one of the trainers jogging across the field, too.
Okay, so it's third down and 13 from the 50-yard line. The nose of the ball just on the edge of the 50-yard line. So Caden Pierce under center on third and long. Takes the snap. Pump fake. Rolling to his right. The pass. Is it intercepted? Well, here comes a flag. It's incomplete, but we had a flag from the near side thrown on the play.
It was very late, too.
Yeah, it was. It was really late.
I don't have the side for it, but I don't know if Pierce was across the line of scrimmage at all.
Ineligible man downfield. Penalties declined. It'll be fourth down and 13 from the 50-yard line.
Yeah, I believe that rule. I know in the NFL that you're only allowed a yard for the offensive linemen or guys that aren't eligible receivers to be downfield. And then college and high school it's 3 yards. So somebody beyond that threshold.
Ponies will punt the ball away. High snap, pulled down to get the kick up. Nice kick. Fair catch of the 17 to let it bounce. And it's going to be down inside the 10 and inside the 5 at about the 4-yard line. That was a heck of a kick.
No doubt. Take the bounce, too, and down at the 4. And something positive now for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo with less than 10 to play. And, Tom, when we were interviewing some of the Fertile Beltrami players, they were mentioning that they're going to play the winner of this game in the state playoffs. I don't think any of that's come out yet.
No. Well,
projecting
it could be, but
yeah, it definitely could
sure.
be, but I don't know if it would be.
I think that might just be speculation. But yeah, it's possible though. 42-14 our score. Stephen-Argyle with the lead, way back at their own 4-yard line. Shea Sederholm, he's a junior at the helm as quarterback. And playing a nice game. Handoff up the middle and maybe a yard on the play to bring up 2nd and 9. But right now, the clock and the score are both against Warren-Alvarado-Oslo.
Yeah, and Stephen-Argyle, they just sort of flex their muscles in this second half, and literally, honestly, because that's how they've been playing against Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Just a very, very physical game, and Stephen-Argyle's been providing most of that physicality.
All right, no gain on that play, by the way, so it's 2nd and 10 from their own 5-yard line. Handoff goes to Blaine Smith, and he got a little bit of yardage, and he had to work hard for it, but that's exactly what you're talking about, Dawson. He's hard to bring down, and he turns nothing into something on that play.
Yeah, and he's not going to stop either all game long, whether he's up 42-14 or down 42-14. He's going to continue to play hard, and did so right there.
8:48 left to go in the fourth quarter, and Stephen-Argyle with the lead here, 42-14. They've got the ball 3rd and 5 at their own 8-yard line. They'll send a couple of wide receivers to the right. Shea Setterholm with Smith lined up behind him. Setterholm wants to throw, gets set, and the catch is made by Warren-Alvarado, and he brings it out to the 20. And a gain of about 12 yards and a first down for Stephen-Argyle.
Yeah, those two receivers, it was Warren-Alvarado and Bennett that were wide to the right side. And Warren-Alvarado was lined up on the inside, and then at the snap of the football, they just crossed paths right away. And it doesn't take much, but the ponies get a little crossed up, and Warren-Alvarado open on the boundary.
42-14, Stephen-Argyle. 8:21 left to go in the fourth quarter of our Section 8 9-man championship game at Gate City Bank Field here at the Fargo Dome. 1st and 10, Storm at their 20. Setterholm, 2-step drop, throws the pass to Warren-Alvarado, picks up 7 yards on the right side. And that's going to bring up 2nd down for Stephen-Argyle as Caden Pierce made the tackle.
Yeah, Stephen-Argyle realizing that those little plays, quick hitters on the outside are going to be successful, 5-6 yards a pop. You'll take those all day long. And I know I've heard some coaches say when that's happening, they're allowing the quick hitters, but they'll say, yeah, we'll let them nickel and dime us. And well, a nickel's 5 and a dime's 10, so it's pretty hard to stop them when they're doing that for most of the game.
42-14 too, so
that's very true.
Setterholm under center. And he's going to run with the ball, and he's wrapped up and spun down at about the 29, maybe the 30-yard line, close to the first down. And right now, the Storm just content to run these plays, get the yardage for fresh set of downs, and looks like they'll be about a yard short here. It'll be 3rd and a yard from their own 29 for Stephen-Argyle.
Yeah, that was a nice effort by Chase Colt from behind, was able to run down Setterholm after he had to sort of slow down to try and weasel his way forward. Colt brings him down before picking up the first down.
All right, so 3rd and 1 for Stephen-Argyle at their own 29-yard line. Smith lined up. Here's a toss to Smith on the pitch, and it's going to be close. Looks like the chain gang wants to move the sticks, and they're going to. Just enough for a first down for Smith.
Yeah, sort of got spun forward, rolled off of a defender, and picks up another first down. And Stephen-Argyle, like Fertile Beltrami from the previous game, a physical bunch that I think is very capable of making a nice run in the state playoffs. And depending on who they get matched up with in that first round, it should be fun to see. It really should with our area teams.
This is a pretty young Stephen-Argyle team. I mean, it looks to me like they only have 2 seniors on the roster. Here's a toss to the right side, bobbled, and I think the catch was made there. And a nice grab by Anders Thompson, who wears number 2 for the Storm, and they'll toss the ball to the official. Looked like that thing was going to fall to the turf, but he was able to hang on for about a 8, maybe 9-yard gain.
Yeah, he sort of bobbled it a couple of times, and Tanner Gordonowitz was in on the coverage, and if he was just able to close the gap maybe just a little bit sooner and try and jar the ball free, would be a incomplete pass, but it's a nice concentration catch by Thompson that time.
2nd down and a yard to go from the Stephen-Argyle 39-yard line. This drive started back at their 4-yard line. Handoff to Smith, and he's wrapped up at about the 42, picked up a couple of yards on that play, but right now the clock continues to wind down, and Well, that'll be enough for the first down. It was second down, so it'll be first down and 10 from the Storm 43-yard line. So, go ahead.
Yeah, just an inside handoff. Easy, I guess easy as it comes for Blaine Smith for Stephen-Argyle. Just take it right up the middle and move the chains.
Well, happy Halloween. I'm guessing there's a lot of kids trick-or-treating right now, and hard to believe we'll be flipping the page on the calendar to November tomorrow. First down and 10. Storm at their own 43-yard line. Glad you're joining us on your live event. Little counterplay there. The handoff going to Bennett. And we've called his name a few times and got a couple of yards, but the clock continues to wind down. And right now, Stephen-Argyle baiting their time, and looks like they'll be going to the state playoffs.
Well, hard to believe, Tom, but we're going to be doing basketball games in about 3 weeks. So,
yeah, well, there's girls hockey games in a week. So, yeah,
hard to believe.
There's not much of a difference between fall and winter sports anymore.
Yeah, hard to believe. I remember 3 years ago, went down and called the state championship for Dilworth, Glendon, Felton for football. And a couple days before that, I called a girls basketball game. So,
yep.
Not much of a difference here, right?
Here's a pitch to Swanson. Swanson to the big gainer, gets about 15 yards to the Pony 43-yard line. And Swanson, we've called his name a lot more, Dawson, here in the second half. And he picks up another first down. And nice drive for the Storm here. I mean, the outcome is pretty much not in doubt, but this is a pretty impressive drive. And the Storm fans on their feet, they can sense it, and trip to the state playoffs looks to be in the offing.
Yeah, and Swanson's going to be one of these guys for Stephen-Argyle. Like we said, a young group, just a freshman, is able to take the load off of Winorovich and Blaine Smith throughout the course of a game. And yeah, he's going to pick up a few more carries here with a 42-14 lead, but I wouldn't be surprised if they mix him in a little bit more moving forward.
Okay, handoff up the middle and a pickup of about 3 yards. That was Johnson with the carry, and that'll bring up second down. Kellen Johnson, he's a sophomore. Like I said earlier, just a couple of seniors on this Stephen-Argyle roster. So the Storm maybe even a little ahead of schedule as far as their turnaround is concerned.
Yeah, and I think Stephen-Argyle is back to doing Stephen-Argyle things. In the championship game last year, lost to Goodridge Grigla. They had some injuries that plagued them heading into that championship, but bouncing back this year and taking care of business, no doubt.
Second down and 8 yards to go at the 43-yard line of Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. Another handoff for Stephen-Argyle's Kellen Johnson. Picks up a few yards there. They'll spot the ball at about the 36-yard line. It'll be third and a couple.
Nice tackle by Lucas Mock, the sophomore. Nice form tackle. His head across, drove him down.
2:33 in the clock running here as the season will end for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo at 6-5, and the Storm will improve to 10-1 with the win as they lead 42-14 in the Section 8 9-man championship game. Third down and a couple of yards to go here for Stephen-Argyle. Setterholm still in at quarterback, and he's going to toss the ball to Swanson. Swanson stopped about a yard shy of the first down. That'll bring up fourth down. And we're down to 2:05 left to go in the game. One more game to come. Mahnomen-Waban and Red Lake County. Those two played a 1-point game with Mahnomen-Waban coming out on top during the regular season at Red Lake County. Red Lake County's been scoring a lot of points lately. That should be a really good game.
Yeah, especially watching their regular season matchup. And I know talking with Sean, who's going to be on the call for that one on your live event, KRJB, KRJM, Owen Shervestad for Red Lake County didn't play a good portion of that regular season game because of, well, cramping in that game. And that happened against Foston quite a bit. Foston and Fertile Beltrami saw some guys starting to cramp up. And I know Owen on the field was warming up at halftime of this game. Looked pretty good. Throws a good ball, and that should be a lot of fun too. Really, all of the games from the Fargo Dome, it's always fun no matter the result. But when you see a couple of hard-nosed athletic teams go at it, it's makes it even funner, Tom. Even funner. More fun.
More fun. Setterholm got a first down, by the way, on that last carry. So with a minute and change to go, 1st and 10 for Stephen-Argyle at the Pony 32-yard line. He'll take a knee. And that pretty much is going to wrap it up from the Fargo Dome. Storm will get some ceremonial younger players out there on the field and a standing ovation from the Storm fans. And Stephen-Argyle with a 42-14 lead, and looks like that'll be the final score here. 2nd and 10 at the Pony 32-yard line, or 34-yard line, and he'll take another knee, and that'll do it. So Stephen-Argyle, dressed in the familiar maize and blue, are going to win the Section 8 nine-man championship. And Warren-Alvarado-Oslo, their season comes to an end, but they had a nice run here, Dawson, in the postseason, winning 2 games on the road to get here, including a win over the number 1 seed, Goodridge-Grigla.
Yeah, they really did. And I know on the surface, a lot of people, broadcasters, fans alike, we look at records and we say, well, I don't know how far that team's going to go in the playoffs. Maybe they'll do this. Maybe they'll get away from the first round. But Warren-Alvarado-Oslo really proved a lot of people wrong with the run they were able to make, and especially the win against Goodridge-Grigla in the semifinal round. So certainly hats off to them as they lose here in the section championship game. And really every year, not every year, but the last couple of years, the Ponies, they've been a very strong boys basketball team too.
Final score on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 42-14. Stephen-Argyle wins the Section 8 nine-man championship, and we'll be back and wrap things up here on the post-game show on your live event.
United Valley Bank's initials are UVB, and that B is a verb that helps people just like you succeed. UVB amazing, with the support of our powerful financial tools, friendly bankers, and local decision makers. UVB adventurous. UVB the best version of you.
It's all about you. United Valley Bank, our roots make us stronger.
Member FDIC, an equal housing lender.
When you have a project that requires rock, gravel, crushed asphalt, or crushed concrete, or you need some trenching work done, call Visser Trenching of Ada. They'll move the dirt, they'll haul the rock, they'll take care of you. They do a great job. Call Visser Trenching Ada, 784-4381. Good luck, teams, from everyone at Visser Trenching.
Jensen Seed Company, Stephen, Minnesota. Talk about 2024 wheat varieties with University of Minnesota variety trials, including Rothsay, Torgy, Cannon, Buster, Dual, Teddy, and Wildcat. You can talk to Jensen Seed Company about seed cleanings, as Von Raab sugar beet seed, and more seed varieties available. If you're looking for other varieties, give a call to find the best fit for you. It's Jensen Seed Farm, Stephen, Minnesota, 218-478-3397.
Okay, we're back here at the Fargo Dome. Final score, 42-14. Stephen-Argyle wins the section championship. Big night for Blaine Smith of the Storm, scoring 4 touchdowns on runs of 6, 28, 52, and 71 yards. And Raiden Wanarovich catching a 60-yard touchdown pass, and then later a 34-yard touchdown pass from Shea Setterholm. And Caden Pierce for Warren-Alvarado-Oslo scored on a 21-yard run in the first quarter and a 16-yard run in the second quarter. So he scored both of the Pony touchdowns here this evening. Thanks to Dawson Peterson down on the sideline, and thanks to our many fine sponsors helping with our coverage here on your live event. And congratulations to Coach Ethan Marcus and the Stephen-Argyle Storm as they're on their way to the state football playoffs, along with the Fertile Beltrami Falcons, and earlier today, Border West winning their Section 4 championship in nine-man football. Final score once again on the Lakes Community Co-op scoreboard, 42-14, Stephen-Argyle over Warren-Alvarado-Oslo. From Gate City Bank Field here at the Fargo Dome, Tom Lano for Dawson Peterson saying so long and enjoy the rest of your evening.